Well, it's a daily battle that many parents struggle with, filling up their kids' lunchboxes every morning. Even harder to introduce our children to new and healthy foods. So, how do we retrain their taste buds? Joining us now is mum of two and founder of Flip Lid Lunchboxes, Samantha Judd. Samantha, good morning to you. I hope you've got some answers for us. I'm sure there are parents at home right now packing the kids' lunchboxes, trying to put some healthy options in there. How difficult is it to try to get kids to take on something new in their lunchboxes every day?
Hi Tim, it's extremely difficult. Kids can be very stubborn and they have certain things that they like and it's pretty hard to sway them from those tastes. It's just a matter of trying to trick them a little bit more to get them to expand what they're going to try.
We often hear kids say that they absolutely do not want to try something even though they've never tried it. They say they don't like the taste of it even though they've never had it. How do you get past that block?
Well, it's a case of just trying to, help them at home, I guess, instead of expecting them to try something new the first time they see it in their lunchbox. We all know kids need to see something 10 to 15 times at least before they're even willing to take a small bite. So it's sort of changing our process a little bit and getting them to help at home and getting them to try the different foods at home, prepare it, serve it up for them at home, get their feedback on it, and you can actually help encourage them a little bit more to try it at home to take that first taste, whereas at school you don't have that moment with them. So starts at home, trying to involve them at home.
When you say they need to see it 10 to 15 times, do you mean they need to try it 10 to 15 times or they need to see someone else eat it and enjoy it 10 to 15 times? And is there a point where you just trying to ram it into their mouths becomes, I suppose, a waste of time?
I think they need to see it as well as taste it. They might not taste it the first 6 times you put something on their plate, but the more they see it, the more familiar it becomes. And while you're sitting there talking with them, you can actually say, just give it a taste, just give it a taste. The first 6 times you might be wasting your time. So it is a combination of seeing it enough times and thinking, well, that looks nice, everyone else is enjoying it, I might actually try it. So it might take you a dozen times, but eventually they will have a little nibble and then they'll realise that they actually did like it after all.
All right, school holidays not too far away. Is that a good time for parents to start introducing some other foods outside of that routine of getting lunchboxes ready for school?
Most definitely. It just comes back to that same thing. If I serve my kids up morning tea, I've made this beautiful creation from a magazine. They've never seen it before. They'll flip open their lunchbox, look at it and go, don't know, it looks terrible, won't taste it. But if I tried it at home with them and actually sat down, they could even be involved with the cooking, but they've seen it at home, it's not a surprise, and I can gently encourage them to try it, so there's more chance of getting them to actually try it there if I'm sitting at the table with them, rather than sort of landing it in their lunchbox when all they want to do is open it up, eat what they like and take off. So the key is actually trying to get into it with them at home during the school holidays.
All right, and I imagine getting them involved in the preparation of the food too is also worthwhile?
Definitely. Look, the best thing I've found to do is there's so many cooking magazines on the market, there's websites you can go to. You can just say to your kids, go and choose something that you'd like to have for lunch tomorrow. Their choice completely, then they can tell you what they'd like. They need to actually be able to make it, so they need to choose something that's easy enough. And actually getting them to be involved in the whole planning, the cooking, the serving up, they'll take ownership of it and it will actually get them to try it because they'll be proud of themselves once it actually comes out of the oven and they'll give it a go and then they're going to try it in their lunchbox. They'll say, that's my favourite, Mum. What I made, I want that in my lunchbox. So you're on a winner there. All
right, Samantha, I hope you've inspired a few parents out there this morning to keep pushing. So thank you for your time this morning.
Thanks, Tim.